Hey guys, so we're just going to mix some paint and get it ready for using. So I've just got some clean water, nice and simple, and what I'm going to do is put the water on the palette. Another way of doing this is by sort of spraying the whole palette with just clean water and a spray bottle, but not a lot of people have spray bottles. So if I'm going to use, say, a bit of blue, I'll drop a little bit of water on there and say I'm going to use some yellow as well, right? So I've put a bit of water on there, made sure I've cleaned my brush after each one. Now I need to work that water into the paint, otherwise it will just be really watery. So I'm dropping another bit on there and then I'm just working it into the paint. And we're looking for like a creamy consistency, almost like, so it looks like milk, rather than having that watery texture to it. There we go, that's a bit better. So let me see if I can bring that a little bit closer to you so you can see what I mean. So it's kind of like a little bit of a milky consistency. It's got something about it, right? So all of the paint that's on my brush now, that is going to be massively saturated. So if I go on my painting with that now, we'll just get a big blue splodge. So we've got to make sure that we clean off the water and then wipe it a couple of times just to get rid of some of those blobs, to make sure we don't get any seeping down the brush as well. And then you can go back in and pick up the colour, and now you've got a much more controlled level of colour. I'll show you with the yellow. So I've got a little bit more water for the yellow. This is the one we dropped that first blob in. So if I work that in now, it's kind of like a watery consistency at the moment. And then you work it in, work it in, work it in. It's picking up more of the pigment. There we go, that looks a little bit better. So it's now sort of very saturated with colour and a bit creamy in consistency. So it's sort of dragging slightly, yeah? So that's much better. Again, if I was to go straight on my picture with this paintbrush now, then there would be a lot of colour, which is fine if that's what you're hoping to do. You're covering a large surface area. But if not, then we just need to wash our brush. And we're not changing the colour, so it doesn't have to be perfectly clean or anything. But once we've dipped in here, we've got all of these big droplets still stored in our brush. So we just need to make sure that we're wiping those droplets off. Otherwise we're going to pick up way too much water. And then when you come in here and pick up your paint, you can control that a lot better. Wait for my camera to focus. There we go. So we can control what's on our brush a little bit more.